Hello and welcome back to New Hampshire's #1 sports podcast, where one of the hosts had the most incoherent playoff football tweets you could imagine this past weekend. It is the Never Words podcast. I'm your host, Tom Brown, joined as always by my brother who doesn't know about punctuation, Tim. And Tim,
I thought they were pretty good.
I've been urging you to get back on Twitter. And for your 7 followers, they don't have to listen to this part, but for everyone else, here we go. The last tweet Tim sent out. Oh boy, all these are articles I've sent. It's been a while, Tim. Okay.
It was last playoffs.
Yep. That was embarrassing at Niners for Jimmy G. So it was January 30th was your last tweet, which you're just not going to get a lot of people. So this is what you came back with, strong. I'm going to read it as it's typed. Welcome back, playoff football. No Patriots this year, but I will have you know I am back to a regular notch on
Why
my
are you
belt,
reading it like
not
that?
one I made myself, and the Patriots are interviewing for offensive coordinator, so things are looking up. Okay, let's start. Welcome back. Why does B
Period.
have a capital B? Why does
Unknown.
back? All right, but hold on. No. Welcome back, playoff football. Okay, welcome back. It's the playoffs. We get that. That's good. No Patriots this year, but I will have you know I am back to a regular notch on my belt, not one I made myself. What?
So I've been drilling holes in my belt, give myself a little more room, but now I'm actually back to like a factory one. It's the last one, but you got to move it in the right direction.
Well,
Your belt has notches on it.
yeah, no, I understand the belts and notches, but I'm also thinking if you're past the notches that are made, you need a bigger belt. You're a smaller belt. You're getting too thin.
Oh, see, you're going the wrong way.
Oh, so you put them on the other end.
Yeah, I'm putting them on the other end
Oh, jeez. Okay. But why did that need to be put in the tweet?
because things are looking up. I'm back to a regular belt loop. The Patriots are interviewing offensive coordinators. These are all good things.
Okay, all right. So hold on. That was the first one. Then it seems like you got a little food in your system or something, spiked your blood sugar, maybe had a seltzer water. When do we start talking about if Trey Lance has the job when he comes back? That is a perfectly good, relevant tweet.
Mhm.
Makes sense. Everyone can understand it. Good tweet. Not bad. Welcome back, Tim. We move on. Is the Wilson trade worse than the Herschel Walker trade at Broncos at Seahawks? The at Seahawks have a great group of rookies and a ton of picks coming. You only need to do the at Seahawks once, I think, there.
Mhm.
And throwing a period in or a question mark because, it was a question.
That was a good question.
No, it was, but
That got a lot of impressions.
you had more impressions on the coherent one before it.
Well, yeah, that was a great point. Nobody's talking about it.
Oh,
Actually, Bill Simmons brought it up in this podcast. So once again, I'm ahead of him.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of been our thing. We just don't have the platform.
Hmm.
Okay, now here's two. These are kind of
What time of night? What time of night are these ones coming out?
well, I don't. Well, we're still talking Seahawks here, so
Okay, yeah. I haven't
this
even
is
eaten dinner yet.
here's the thing, Tim.
Too many tweets.
Maybe, but you just wrote that was a good pass at NFL at Seahawks at the Athletic NFL. Was there 65, 70 passes thrown in that football game? What
Yeah,
pass
but
were you talking about?
spur of the moment. That was the
Yeah.
Brock Purdy to Ayuk one.
Okay. Okay.
Touchdown.
Why didn't you at the 49ers? You know what you can do there, Tim?
Just getting the
As
rust off.
yeah, as we work on this, throw a hashtag in.
Oh,
So
right. I forgot about
if you
hashtags.
write that was a good pass, hashtag Brock Purdy, hashtag Brandon Ayuk, then it's like, okay, so it was, Purdy to Ayuk. This is my favorite one. Well, maybe not. He rocked him, hashtag NFL playoffs. Just, you got a lot to learn. You could put a video in, like pause it, rewind it.
I bet whatever happened was a really good hit.
Now, Tim, this one almost got 1,000 impressions. But again, I'm going to read it as it was typed. Trey Lance is out at Niners. Brock Purdy might bring them to the Super Bowl. That was a sentence. No capital. No expert, there's quotes, ever said he's okay. No expert ever said he's a raw talent 7th round pick and he can make it work. Hashtag Niners, hashtag NFL playoffs. So he threw some hashtags in there. No
They
expert
said that
ever
Trey Lance
said
was a raw talent.
It just doesn't work. Just doesn't work.
It sounded really good in my head when I was typing it.
The Seahawks are going to be good. The Broncos picks are going to be great. What a disaster trade.
That's a follow-up.
Yeah, it's just I see what I'm seeing here is a lot of stream of consciousness, which makes sense, but
isn't that what Twitter is?
A QB should always go over to a hurt lineman, O-line, offensive line, hashtag Hogwarts.
That's fact. I don't know.
But why
how many? That probably got 2,000.
11. But my question to you.
11?
Yeah, it's 11 impressions. Why did you hashtag the magical school from the Harry Potter series?
Oh, I didn't write Hogwarts.
No. And you have one comment from Tom John Brown 2. And I asked, did you learn this playing Quidditch? So everyone listening, he's back. He's going to shape up.
Yeah.
So
Divisional round. That's when I really hone in my skills.
Yeah. Which I think I asked you this last year, and I'm always debating it. Is this the best weekend of football? Because now you got 8 teams left, 4 matchups, 4 good teams.
I mean,
8 good teams.
This weekend was pretty good. Those games were good.
Every game was good, except the
Monday night, which they shouldn't have anyway.
Well, I was also thinking Saturday afternoon started good, but then it just turned into a blowout. The Niners Seahawks.
Yeah, but I like the Niners though.
Oh, they're fun to watch because I don't know. I think they're going to win Super Bowl, but we'll get there. All right, let's start quickly with some Patriots news. As Tim mentioned, you heard from his tweets, the Patriots announced last week that they're going to extend Jerod Mayo. So he just canceled his defensive coordinator and head coaching interviews, and he's going to be around long term. And they announced in the same press release that they're going to interview offensive coordinators.
Do you think that means he is the successor?
It has to. I mean,
like, why else would you turn down other head coaching interviews to be a defense specialist coach?
Yeah, you don't even have that title of defensive coordinator. I think that's what it's going to be. I think that's awesome.
You like that?
Well, you have Kevin O'Connell. Kingsbury's gone and wasn't that good of a coach, but Kevin O'Connell, Mike Vrabel, now Mayo, guys that played for Belichick are good coaches. Troy Brown's a receivers coach.
Troy Brown, yeah.
It just seems like guys that were on the field learning from him are different than like guys that coached under him.
I agree. I mean, I'm excited. It just is anything in the right direction.
Yeah.
Offensive coordinator. Thank God.
Very Patriots like they are not announcing who I haven't heard a name for offensive coordinator interviews yet. Have you? It's supposed to start this week.
Bill O'Brien. That's the only name you ever hear.
Yeah. Kingsbury took a one-way ticket to where was it? I want to say it was like Taiwan. He's legit. Someone asked him a question and said, I just bought a one-way ticket to uh
Japan.
no, no,
I don't know how
no.
the football is out there.
He's just gonna, think about it with his gigantic uh contract that buyout he probably got. Oh, Thailand. Yep.
Yeah, now I don't want him to be the offensive coordinator. That's a bad attitude to have. Give me
Um,
Bill O'Brien. A one-way ticket to Thailand.
yeah.
You're gonna have some. Never mind. Um, I'm okay with Bill O'Brien or anybody. Just have an offensive coordinator with a good
Be,
with a good offense. Like bring your own offense.
it'd be interesting if they just swooped up McVay from not McVay, LaFleur from the Jets. The Jets just fired LaFleur because he was the problem, not Zach Wilson.
And did you see their their lead candidate is the special teams coach for the Patriots?
Oh my God, yes. I didn't see that, but please.
I laughed when I thought it was one of those like, NFL news, but they'll put a Z and that's how you know
Right,
it's
right.
fake.
Yeah, they get you all the time.
They do, but this was not that.
Well,
That doesn't even make any sense. They were the worst special teams team in the league, and now he's going to be your offensive coordinator?
hey, you know what? I can say this. I don't care. I, ta- I go ahead. That'd be
Wait,
the Jetsiest
Matt
Jets
LaFleur
move.
was not the Jets offensive coordinator.
No, Mike LaFleur was
Mm.
his brother.
He'll probably go to Green Bay.
Who knows? I don't know. I'm just saying that's someone on the offensive side that got fired who's young and could help because he's not Matt Patricia.
I am interested to see what they do with Patricia.
I
Like
bet
you
he
could
just
keep
keeps that
Judge as the
title.
quarterback. What is his offensive line coach and offensive
Offensive like analyst or
whatever?
something. I don't know. His title should be unemployed, Tim, is what it should be. Because he has just proven over and over and over that he's not good at coaching NFL football.
Where did he come from?
He started he's a rocket scientist. I don't know if you've heard this. And then
No.
he started as a line coach for the Patriots and then worked his way up. He's always been with the Patriots, except for when he went to the Lions.
Hmm. Yeah, I would say just let him be the O-line coach and strictly focus on the O-line.
Yeah. I
And if you
got,
want to get some people back in your corner, cut Isaiah Wynn.
well, that would get you back.
You know, I would give Isaiah Wynn a contract and then cut him and keep the dead cap hit.
Yeah, sure. All right. Did you see? I'm sure you saw this, but Jack Jones was named the NFL All-Pro kick returner, first team.
Yeah, uh, saw that in the rundown. Marcus Jones.
Oh, did I write Jack Jones? Shit. Yeah,
You did.
Marcus Jones.
I was
Yes.
confused because I was like, really? He
No.
didn't return
Yeah.
any
No.
punts?
Marcus.
Suspended.
Yeah. 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 You're right. You're right. Okay, I'm
Did you
wrong.
see he's the first player, or was it the first rookie or the first player to score a offense, defense, and special teams touchdown in the same season since Deion Sanders?
I mean, I'm sure he's the first player, not even first rookie. Um,
That's a pretty rare air there,
how about
as they say.
wait, is this the official thing? The All Pro. Yeah, Matthew Judon didn't make it to the All Pro
Snubbed.
team.
A lot of
The
good edge rushers, so it's like
Micah Parsons and Nick Bosa for the first team. And let's see, Myles Garrett and Hassan Reddick. Yeah, I mean it's a tough group to crack, but
I would put him above Reddick.
I don't know. Did you grind Philly tape this year?
No, but he still was almost in the like the lead for sacks.
Yeah. But shockingly, only one Patriot made it.
And he was a rookie. That's great. The
Hmm.
rookie class was good.
Yeah, future's bright at punt returner. All right,
Well, Jack
let's.
Jones is good too,
No, Jack Jones is good. Yeah.
but he's
Uh,
probably going to get cut because he talked back to Belichick.
no, I think suspending him with a chance to not make the playoffs and get a better draft pick, I think is the perfect time to suspend him. Okay, let's get into the games, Tim. So we don't have to really talk much about 49ers Seahawks. It was close. Was it tied at halftime? Yeah, because
Seahawks
they
had the
did,
lead.
yeah, a 3-point lead because they did that stupid squib kick. But
I didn't understand that. Yeah,
no one understood it because it was dumb. But that was it. And then the 49ers blew the doors off them.
their offense looks so goddamn good. When everybody like all three Debo, Kittle, and McCaffrey were having a second half, and it's like, who is going to stop this?
Yeah. Well, you can go back maybe a month or two ago to the Never Words podcast. Someone might have been saying if they're healthy, they're the best team. Someone might have been saying that, but
I know I said it earlier. I'm just trying to reiterate it.
you son of a bitch. But I mean, the story of the weekend was the Chargers blowing a 27-0 lead where the Jaguars had 5 turnovers in the first half. Or was it 5 in the first half? All in the first half, right? 4 picks and a fumble.
Yeah, it was brutal to watch.
So,
It was like a clown show watching Trevor Lawrence throw the ball.
and then he figured it out. And the the Chargers just they today they got rid of their offensive coordinator, which is
They need to fire the head coach.
48 hours too long. Yes, and Brandon Staley's got to go.
He should have been cut before the 1 o'clock game.
Yeah. He over and over just makes the dumbest decisions when to go for it, when not to go for it. Tim,
7 rushing attempts in the second half with a 20+ point lead.
at one point, they have Justin Herbert. I know I like Austin Eckler. They have Justin Herbert. And I saw someone on Twitter say that last play on third down, the Jaguars had 3 tight ends in the game, and only one of them was a pass catcher. Gerald Everett was the only pass catcher available. So what is Jacksonville going to think? Oh, watch out for the pass here.
Play action.
I Why these guys don't utilize their best players? Justin Herbert
Yeah,
should
but
throw
it never
40
should have.
times a game.
It never should have gotten to that point.
No, it shouldn't have.
They should have just ran the clock out. There was something they were. I either read it or I listened to it. They were snapping the ball with 15+ seconds left on the play clock every time.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't just winding it down, especially when the momentum is just nonsense. You have to
Yes,
you have to slow it down.
the Jags, man, they're resilient. They are resilient. They're going to get
Yeah.
smashed this weekend.
Yeah. Uh I don't think you definitely can't have 5 turnovers in the first half against the Chiefs. But
Why are so many people missing extra points?
Tim, we're not quite there yet, but I don't know. The 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 little things. It's funny. For 20 years, everyone talked about the Patriots always doing little things right. They would never snap the ball. Brady would never snap the ball with 12 seconds left on the clock if the other team's starting to mount a little comeback. If you think 3 plays at 40 seconds per play, well, I guess 4. No, 3, because the first one won't run the clock. So you get 3 chances. That's a minute and 20 seconds. That is huge if you have to come back to win a game like that. So if you just keep doing it and you pick up a first down, that right there is 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Now that's basically a drive for the Jaguars.
And it's not like the Jaguars were like scoring quickly either. They were
No,
just like driving down the field, 6-minute drive, 5-minute drive. So if you had soaked up those extra 2 to 3 minutes every drive, every chance you had the ball, the Jags just wouldn't have had time to come back and win.
yes, but on the other hand, you can't have as many 3 and outs as you had. Was it 3 series in a row that they had 3 and outs while the Jags were coming back? I feel like it was 3 series in a row.
They had, yeah. Well, they
Um,
scored. I think they went 2 and out, 3 and out twice, and the Jags scored 14 in that same amount of time.
Hold on. I'm looking right now. So how about us? No, it really hurts you is a 17 play, 7 minute drive and you miss a field goal. That's the game right there. But
Is that where people are arguing you should have gone for it? That was 4th and 3
I think so, yeah.
on the 22.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm wrong. They had the 1 3 and out there. Why does it seem like they had a million 3 and outs?
It's just short drives.
No, but they didn't. They had
It was incomplete passes, though.
So
They didn't run. They should have ran the ball.
here's the problem, Tim. They had a 9-play drive where, yes, they had 3 incomplete passes, but it was a 2.5-minute drive. 9 plays
That's like up tempo.
Yeah. Then they had an 8-play drive that was 2 minutes long. That, yeah, you're just, you know what, you're fucking yourself there. But I mean, that had 3 incompletions on it. So I guess you're right. Even if you want to pass, make it quick. Make them screens. It was just
If only
unbelievable
they had a
watching that.
number 2 wide receiver who didn't
Right.
break his back in a pointless game.
Yeah. Yep. An injury prone number 2 wide receiver, a guy that's always hurt, but when he plays, they average over 30 points per game. So yeah, I don't know why Brandon Staley's job is safe. I guess you can use Joe Brady as a scapegoat, and he wasn't great, but yikes.
Yeah, but Brandon Staley sucks at this all the time.
Oh yeah, the times he decides to go for it on 4th down compared to when he doesn't. Like he definitely got scared of the comeback when he didn't go for it on 4th and 3 there. Because that ends the game. I guess you could say so does 3 points.
Well, I guess the 3 points just makes the Jags have to score a touchdown. But you
Yeah.
weren't stopping the Jags the entire second half, so like, why not just go for it and try to ice the game? The Jags still had to go, 68 yards, which they
Yeah.
had done all.
I mean, the offense played terrible and all that, but just get like 1 stop on the defensive side. It's pretty bad how they were playing both sides of the ball in that second half. But even when you look at it, I was thinking of this. they didn't do great when it came to capitalizing on the interceptions.
No, they did not.
Touchdown. They had a touchdown, then a field goal, then a two touchdowns, a punt after one of the interceptions. I don't know. You got to get points out of all those. What?
I think the score didn't reflect how the game actually was going into the second half
Yeah,
because it was 27-7 at halftime.
right.
But 3 of those touchdowns were on short drives, like really short drives.
Yeah.
Because I think the first Eckler touchdown, they picked it off, and I think they got it within the 10, and then he just scored.
Started at the 18.
Yeah. So 2 started in the red zone, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Pick. Yeah. One. Yep. The other one started at the 16.
So it's not like it's not like the Chargers offense was doing anything that great in the first half, but you see the score and you're like, oh, 27-7. Herbert must be having a huge game.
Mm.
It's like, well, not really. They got the ball within the 30 twice.
But that was, for a team that always does stupid shit and blows playoff games, that was bad. That was up there. Well, oh
That
well.
just started the rest of the games of
Yeah, well
craziness.
then, so Sunday was just fantastic. All the games were good. Oh, but my question to you is, why did the Bills and Dolphins game last 4.5, maybe 5 hours, maybe 6? That game was so long.
It was long.
I think I saw someone say on Twitter that the game has been on for 3.5 hours and they were just starting the fourth quarter.
I don't know why it was so long.
The other thing is the
It was
Bills
just like
don't look that scary.
no, their defense is not good. Their
No,
defense just
which
is a bad sign with the Bengals coming in.
yeah,
But
and then you also have, I don't know, you have Josh Allen kind of going back to his like when he was in second year in the league where he just is like, fuck it, I got a strong arm. I can fit it in there.
that fumble was brutal too.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he was trying to do.
I didn't it just hit his knee though? Wait. I'm
Yeah, but
thinking of
he got
no, I'm
right
thinking
out
of
of the
another one.
pocket and ran.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, like I never thought the Dolphins were going to win the game.
No, but
I thought the Bills would have won more convincingly, but I don't think like the Patriots move the ball like that against the Bills.
when the
Like,
yeah, and that's a bad sign. But after the
well,
go ahead.
Skylar Thompson, well, he should not be able to do that to the Bills.
Right. After the uh Dolphins brought it within 3. The Bills had a 3-and-out and then picked up one first down. That was a 31-yard bomb on 3rd and 1. My thoughts on that kind of pass on
Best
for
play in
3rd and 1. But then so they pick up a first down, then went 1-yard run or negative yard run, sack, -7-yard sack, and had to give it back to Miami, giving them a chance. They didn't put it away, which, depending on the offensive line situation for the Bengals, you have to put it away against the Bengals. Oh, I lost you, Tim. Did you get muted?
I hit my button. The Bills defense isn't going to be able to stop the Bengals.
Yeah, I
They
don't
don't
think
have
so.
anybody who's going to be able to put pressure on them, even though the Bengals are going to be playing with what, plumbers
Well,
as
Kuzi
linemen.
played against plumbers.
Um, because that's Mac Jones and Skylar Thompson lighting them up. Joe Burrow throwing to Higgins, Chase, and Boyd is a little more frightening than
You see
Kendrick
Matt
Bourne,
you see
Jacoby
Matt
Myers,
Jones in
and
that first half against the Bills?
I did.
You did? Or you might have thought it was Joe Montana. Joe Montana and Dan Marino had a baby, and it was Mac Jones.
Um, I think the next game though is the best game of the weekend.
The Vikings Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was you know, that was the one I actually thought the Vikings would handle it, but as you tweeted, this is why Kirk Cousins just isn't a winner.
Nailed that tweet.
So let's
Um,
go through it before we get to the big Cousins thing that we were apoplectic about. It was just a shootout. Like it was touchdown, touchdown. Then the Giants took the lead. Then the Vikings scored a touchdown right before half to make it, I don't know what, a 3-point game. Giants come out for a touchdown. Vikings answer right back. Vikings eventually get a touchdown or a field goal. Then the Giants score a touchdown to take the lead. It was tied after the Vikings field goal. Giants take the lead, and then it comes down to a 4th and 8, and Kirk Cousins throws a 3-yard out to a completely covered TJ Hawkinson. I, as a fan of neither of these teams and a guy who doesn't particularly like the Giants because of 2 Super Bowls, I was at that moment, Tim, on a Sunday night, kids in bed. Allie's just chilling in our room. I got the tube on. I'm sharpening some knives. I got a nice knife sharpening stone.
this sounds like a great night.
Right. I'm sitting there just enjoying myself. And I'm like, and I said out loud, what the fuck are you doing? I was by myself in my kitchen watching the game, and I out loud said, what the fuck are you doing? And he just walks off the field like, shoot.
Hawkinson didn't even have he was getting hit while he was catching the ball.
He didn't have a step.
And there was another safety coming up. He was never, everybody's like, oh, he only had one guy to miss. No, he didn't.
Hold on.
He had the corner that was already actively tackling him. And then the safety who had 5 yards to close.
I'm going to pull this up on the all 22 here. I don't know why I had NFL Plus for like a month and I still have it. Let me tell you what, I am looking.
You're probably paying for that somewhere.
Yeah, I should probably look at some statements. Is that Osborne? They were playing one really deep safety to like not have another Minnesota Miracle. And I'll tell you what, KJ Osborne completely beat his guy wide open. Maybe it's Thielen. I can't see. It's all 22 is. But he had a guy. He checked down. It's 4th in the season. You have to throw it at least 8.5 yards.
Yeah.
You have
it has to at least go to the marker.
That
if there's
was
a hook or a curl right on the marker, you could get that. But 3 yards? No.
What?
3
Why
yards
was that?
And Hawkinson isn't even like a make people miss type of tight end.
No, he's short-handed. I like him. You're
Yeah,
great
but
guy to have.
I don't trust him 5 yards for the season.
Yeah, but why is that route even called? Why aren't the underneath routes at the line at the first down marker? What? So much of this doesn't make sense.
To pull people up. Hawkinson been having a game, so you pull up the linebacker who has to stick with him, and maybe the safety over the top, which probably leaves to this Osborne fella being wide open over the middle.
You know why? Because a corner, a linebacker, or is that a safety? Let's back it up. I'll just say Justin Jefferson had 3 guys on him. He had a safety, a corner, and another safety.
I
Hawkinson was by
still would have thrown
himself.
it to him.
Well, no, you had a Tim. They have a post across the middle, open. It makes no sense why he did that.
Who else did that recently? Did the Patriots do it? Yeah, but that wasn't like in a playoff game. That was just the end of the game. It was like 4th and 15, and he just dumped it off for 2 yards.
Yeah, well, they probably didn't have a chance anyways. I don't get it. I don't know how many years have we seen Kirk Cousins do what Kirk Cousins does? I don't know how you're not just like, you know what? You're gonna get 4,000 yards and 29 to 33 touchdowns and 14 picks. We're not going to win a Super Bowl. You have Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, TJ Hawkinson, Dalvin
Dalvin
Cook,
Cook.
and KJ Osborne. Give me some sort of better quarterback there. Does Lamar Jackson like the cold?
I didn't want to stand out on the sidelines on Sunday night, so maybe not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless you have more to say about your boy Kirk Cousins.
No, but I think this is it. He's got to be done.
I just don't see how you I, the Vikings internally must be like, okay, what can we do? Because this is this is bad. We're not going any further than where we are now.
And their defense isn't that good. I mean, they're just really not that good of a team. They won 11 one-score games, which is the NFL record. So, say they had lost. I know you can't say this, but what if they had lost 4 of those close games? Then you look at their record and you're like, yeah, that makes more sense. But what were they, 14-3?
Yeah.
That's just not. They weren't a 14-3 team. They're more of an 11-6. And that's why they lost to the Giants.
Yeah. I forgot to say about the last game. Or not even the last game. Chargers Jags. Did you hear what your boy Joey Bosa? I know you're a huge Bosa Brothers fan.
Huge.
Joey Bosa said in the locker room after the game about the refs.
Oh, like if I say something about you, I'll get fined $40,000 or something.
No, I think he said that somewhere else. He said, this is what he said in the post-game press conference, and you tell me if you think this is how it played out. He said, they're probably back in the locker room after the game, like, ha, got that asshole. Yeah, got him. 15 yards. What a loser. I guarantee that's what they're fucking talking back in the back, talking about in the back. So he thinks after this game, the refs are like, yeah, man, you did it. You fucking got Joey Bosa.
Good one. Been trying to get him for
But
years.
he also took his helmet off and spiked it on the field, which is a 15-yard penalty. You can't take your
Yeah,
helmet
no.
off,
No,
even if you're celebrating a touchdown.
Ask Christian Kirk.
Yeah. So, anyways, I forgot about that. I will say, sorry to steal your line. I will say, officiating, kind of missing some false starts and some holds. The false
You
starts
can
are
call a
interesting.
hold on every play.
You can?
No. Um, One of the Lawrence interception was pass interference.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
just
The second one, I think, was just,
It was just groping him.
Mm-hmm.
Not allowed to do that either.
No.
But overall, I don't think the refs caused anybody a game.
No, obviously, like someone like Bosa, who, if he doesn't have a sack, is going to bitch about it. Everyone's going to bitch about the refs. Everyone wants to bitch about the refs. Know what you don't do? Waste or keep minutes at a time on the clock.
Blow 27-point lead.
If you're gonna have a 9-play
Actually, it was
drive,
only 20.
it should be close to 9 minutes. If you have a lead
Did
like
you
that.
say 9 plays in 2.5 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, so they got like a
That's
couple chunk plays and then missed passes. We're past that. That's over. All right. Sunday night, Tim. Ravens Bengals. Ravens playing Nick Huntley at quarterback. You mentioned Lamar Jackson didn't travel with the team, wasn't in the building. Has not said like, oh, I couldn't travel because of my knee or anything. Just didn't go. So the big play here was the game was tied. The Ravens were going in to score. They're at the 2-yard line, I guess 1, maybe 2. And Nick Huntley tries to jump over the top and stick the ball across the goal line, but he was 2 yards away. So that's 6 feet. That's too far to do that. And the Bengals knocked it free, landed right into the lap of a defensive lineman, and he took it 98 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, I should send that guy something, maybe some chili with spaghetti. He won me $300 on that play alone.
Wow.
Yeah,
What? Hold on. Chili with spaghetti? Are you sending
yeah,
him
that's
like
what.
two meals?
No, that's what they eat in Cincinnati. They put chili on top of spaghetti. I should try that. I think I'd like it.
So instead of like tomato sauce, they put chili.
Yeah,
You know me. You know one of my things is I'm just not a chili guy.
I didn't know that about you.
You didn't? Oh yeah. Not a huge chili guy.
You just haven't had the right chili.
No,
You
I
ever had
just
Hormel?
okay.
No beans.
All right. So anyways, Tim. Um, but the Bengals lost a lineman who could be back. More importantly, you hit your mute button again. More importantly, the do you think Lamar Jackson's done in Baltimore, right?
Yeah, I sent you the report that he's going to be a Patriot.
Yeah. According to some site, he is the the betting favorite is for him to go to the Patriots, which I don't believe.
Uh, I definitely don't see him going back to the Ravens. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
quite know. Don't go to the game. That's a weird approach. He's been to the other games, right? Do you think
yeah,
this is a
I don't know.
situation on where Lamar Jackson was like, I want to play, and they said, no, it's not worth it. We're not gonna.
Nope. Nope.
And so
He
then he was the
the
team.
the Ravens absolutely wouldn't do that when he doesn't have a contract signed, when he's going to be a free agent. Why would the Ravens be like, no, we don't want to do that. We want you for the future. They don't have him for the future.
A little good faith,
No. Nope.
act like it.
I think he has a team and someone was like, this MCL sprain is a good way to just go into the off season with no major injuries and negotiate a contract with someone.
That might be it. When did he become a bad teammate? Like whether you're not gonna be there or whether you don't want to be there for the organization, like you're still like the leader of that team.
Yeah.
Like
I
it
don't
did
know.
nothing but hurt Lamar Jackson to not go to the game.
Yeah. But it didn't because someone's going to pay him. No one's someone's going to pay. I would be happy if he was a Patriots quarterback.
Tom, we don't need that kind of negative attitude running around the locker room.
Him. It's a business decision.
They can franchise tag him.
Yeah, but then it's a whole holdout thing. I bet that doesn't happen.
Um, Other than that, I mean, The Bengals weren't that impressive either.
No,
The Bengals and both were not impressive.
no, they weren't.
Although each team only had 3 possessions in the first half,
Yeah, it was really
and then
weird.
like 7 total. It was like a very slow game.
It was really weird. Um,
I guess that'd be a very fast game.
but it was a 15 play drive for the Bengals. Then the Ravens had, oh, it was only 6 because of a pick, but then another 12 play drive by the Bengals, a 20 play drive by the Ravens, and then 7 plays, 9 plays, and a half. So it was a just in general, it was a weird game.
How about J.K. Dobbins saying they would have won if that was Lamar?
Well,
Can Lamar
I
jump 6 feet? Does he have extended gadget arms?
no, but he's a better quarterback than Nick Huntley.
Extendo Gadget's not even his name. It's Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, I know. You were thinking Go-Go Gadget. That's what he said. He'd say like
Yeah.
Go-Go Gadget Copter. God, I might have to beep this all out. Does is he in public domain? Does Nickelodeon still own his rights? Well, what was that
No,
on Nickelodeon? No,
that was a video game
no, Tim. Inspector Gadget
on
was a
the comp.
was a cartoon.
It came on after that other weird show. That
It
was a
was
Saturday morning thing.
it's a Disney show. It looks like 1982. Wow, I wasn't even alive. It was on USA Networks, Nickelodeon. Yeah, that's right. CBS. Yeah, I know my cartoon reruns.
Um,
But strange game. Anyways, we could continue talking about 80s and 90s cartoons, or we could talk about possibly Tom Brady's last game. But I think definitely his last game in Tampa, regardless, as they got wiped out by the Cowboys.
I was surprised by this, and I guess I shouldn't have been.
You know, you looked at me funny when I started to make my pick last week because in my heart of hearts, wanted to say the Cowboys, but you looked at me like you're really going to do it. And I said, you're right. I'm not going to bet against them, at least in like this round. And it was not close from the start.
It was classic Bucks though at the end. They think they're gonna come back.
Yep. They scored that touchdown but then instantly the Cowboys answered. And what a play they ran on 4th down when the kicker would just kept missing kicks and were in field goal range. They had a 3rd and long. They called a medium play, just like a nice 4 or 5 yard gainer. And then they threw this awesome touchdown pass that just ended it. It totally broke the Bucks back. It was to CeeDee Lamb up the left side. It's just something we didn't see this year.
Did he miss 4 extra points?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He went 1 for 5.
You gotta cut him.
I cannot imagine he is kicking for them in the divisional round of the playoffs.
God.
I was texting you and Jack. It was getting weird. He pushed 2 to the right, then he hooked 1 left, and then he hit the very top of the goalpost.
Yeah, he had a bad night.
Yeah, it was ugly. But the Cowboys won. Usually if the Bucks were good and a Cowboys kicker missed 4 extra points, the Bucks would win that game by 3. Like that's how the NFL usually works, is if you miss
Yeah,
4 extra
just to
points, you lose by 3. Even in
yeah, but
general,
the Bucks just weren't good this year. They weren't all season.
they weren't. And I actually wish that was, I mean, it could have been the Panthers They had a chance. It all came down to like a win and you're in game for the Bucks, but if the Panthers won, they could win the last week of the season and get in. I don't think the result would have been different. It's just, after
When the Bucks offense looks bad though, it's like shitty football to watch.
oh yeah. They it's every play every first down was a run into the line. Every second down was a missed pass, and then it was third and long. I heard a stat, Tim. I heard it twice going into this week. Since Thanksgiving, the Bucks had converted 2 third and longs. 2.
That's a long time to only have two. Over half the season.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe it.
Then you
It's
watch the offense and you're not surprised.
no, you see him, you're like, well, you're setting yourself up for shit, and then you're going to try a deep pass to Mike Evans. It was,
Where do you
I'm
think you say Brady doesn't come back? He did that whole thing, thank the organization and all that. Where does he go? Like what
the Raiders. McDaniels, Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, maybe Jacobs comes back.
is this going to be his thing? This is making his legacy tarnished.
I actually wish he didn't come back for this year because it would have been perfect. You lose to the Super Bowl champ, but your last pass is a touchdown over Jalen Ramsey to tie the game, and then it took Rams miracle to beat you. That would have been perfect. But it's all because of Adam Schefter. Adam
Schefter.
Schefter didn't let Tom Brady announce his retirement, so then he had to come back.
And here we are.
And
He's
here we
going to be
are.
a Raider and be the third best team in the AFC
But
West next year.
more important than that, I love the guy. I haven't been one of these Patriots fans that became a Bucks fan. Like, I didn't care. His plastic surgery on his face was looking brutal last night. I
Very
know when he
firm.
came back from his 11 or 14-day hiatus in the offseason when he was getting divorced, people were like, how long does a facelift take to heal? I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't care what he looks like. Last night, seeing him, I was like, it sucks he got weird.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, the thing is you set this goal, you say you're going to play till you're 45. You could have these 2 incredible years in Tampa Bay. You win the Super Bowl, and then you play an incredible game, but end up losing to the eventual Super Bowl champs the next year. That's such a perfect way to end it. And then you're like, okay, I'm not going to play in my year 45 year, but did pretty fucking good. But you get weird, you get so much money, start getting plastic surgery, I don't even know what you would call his hair. Is that human hair?
I don't think so. It's probably possum.
Yeah. Possum, possum
Possum
and
hair is
possum and human
very
hair is, yeah.
the mix. It's a hybrid.
But I don't know. It just sucks because I just want to scroll through Twitter and see random Tom Brady highlight of a comeback in like 2012 and be like, oh yeah.
No, no. And Fox must be getting pissed too.
Right. They have this contract sitting there waiting for him. All right. We have to take a break here and then we'll preview next week's games. Okay, Tim, we can preview these games for this divisional round. There are 4 games. We're in the Elite 8, if you will, of the season. So the first game, Saturday afternoon, Jaguars at Chiefs. You mentioned this earlier, and I'm not sure it's going to be that close.
No, I don't think it will be that close. The spread is like 12 though. That might be a little too high.
Yeah, But is it too high? I
I
mean, I
just
could
don't.
see
I
this.
think the coaching alone, like the Chiefs aren't blowing a 20-point lead.
No, but I guess what you're saying, like, if this game ended 34-24, they didn't. The Chiefs didn't cover, so I guess 12. That's a good point. Like 12's
That's
pretty
what I'm
high.
saying.
But
And
at the same
thirty-four
time,
twenty-four could also be the Jags scored a cheap touchdown or two cheap touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
right? But at the same time, couldn't you see this game being 41-17?
Yes.
So I
I
don't.
don't think the game's going to be close. I'm just saying 12 points is a lot of points.
Yeah, I'm I'm excited for it because what I really like is the idea of like Trevor Lawrence becoming a really good quarterback. Um, just because if we're gonna have some lean years here for the Patriots, I'd like to see like Burrow versus Lawrence, Allen versus Burrow, Mahomes versus everyone.
Mac Jones versus Mike White.
Hmm. Yeah,
Winner's the third best team in the East.
yeah.
I agree. I think the Chiefs will win. I don't think it's going to be close, like we said, but it's good for the Jags. They could have laid down. God, it really just keeps harping on how bad of a coach Urban Meyer was.
Oh man,
And they get Calvin Ridley next year. That's going under well, maybe.
yeah. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's a shame that
He's suspended indefinitely.
no, it's just a year, 1 year suspension.
Are you sure? I
Oh,
thought it
I'm
was
positive.
indefinite was starting at a year.
No, no, no. It's a 1 year suspension. He'll be back.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be good. Just not
Um,
this year.
yeah. All right. So then we have the Giants versus the Eagles. I think this will be a good one.
I agree. I'm
I think.
liking this slot 8:30,
Mm-hmm.
8:15 Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. Um.
I might go Giants.
Oh shit. Yeah, we both said the Chiefs last game. I forgot you were keeping track of that. So, what's the offensive line status for the Eagles?
I think Lane Johnson is still hurt.
Okay, that's
The
big.
Eagles strike me as a team that they would have benefited from playing last weekend.
Hey, Lane Johnson returned to practice. I disagree. I think they're banged up, and it helps that they didn't play.
Mm,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. The Giants are going to have so much momentum going in.
Yeah, Dayball's a really good coach, but I also think Sirianni is. You know what I like about Sirianni? He lets his offensive coordinator call his offensive plays and the defensive coordinator call the defensive plays. He just is there for like, I'm sure he
Big
chips in on
decision.
offense, but big
Yeah,
decisions. I'm
that's
gonna,
good. Stay out of the kitchen.
yeah, Tim, I think I'm just gonna go with the Eagles. I think this happens a lot where the Eagles got the 1 seed, but the better team is San Francisco. And I think we'll see that next week. But I don't know if the Giants still have enough. They're really good, but when it comes down to it, are their receivers that good?
You didn't get to see it this past weekend because they were just wide open everywhere they went.
Right. So I don't know. The good pass rush from the Eagles, like really good pass rush from the Eagles. And then a good
Uh,
running game. That's the difference. That's what the Vikings have Dalvin Cook, but they don't have the Eagles run game.
And they don't give Dalvin Cook the ball.
Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. The Eagles are really good.
Yeah, I know. I feel like Jalen Hurts has been banged up these past month. 1 week didn't fix that. Didn't fix his shoulder. Lane Johnson's forgoing surgery, trying to play through the playoffs. That's not a very good sign. If you're Thibodeau or Dexter Lawrence or any of these guys, you should just be smashing Lane Johnson every single chance you get to get him out of the game. Oh shit, I fell and rolled up my leg. My bad, man. See you
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, you can just, if he's gets hurt, then he's replaced and he's not being replaced with, he's not, the player that's replacing him is not injured. Not as good, but he's not injured.
Lane Johnson's like a huge part of that offensive line.
Oh, I know. He was the all pro tackle. So,
So, no, I know. Yeah, obviously the next guy coming in isn't going to be injured, but
he's not going to be
you want
Lane
to get Lane.
Johnson.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
going with the Giants. Fuck it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be a good one. Saturday, 8 o'clock is a great time. Might have to buy some more of those Celtics beers.
I'll tell you, I don't love the times for the next two games. I love the Buffalo time, 3 o'clock.
Oh, I disagree, Tim. Oh, man. A 6 o'clock, 6:30 start? Tim, that's 2 hours before when it would normally start.
I know, but that's bedtime. I'm gonna miss the whole first half.
Tim, oh my God. People, do you hear what I live with, what I have to deal with? What I'm going to need you to do is there's going to be a little plus sign on your YouTube TV. Click the plus sign, hit add all NFL playoff games. They're automatically going to be recorded. Then you click on it and you start from beginning and you watch a series, skip through the commercials, watch a series, skip through commercials. Oh, they're reviewing a play, skip. You'll be middle of the second quarter, you'll be caught up.
Maybe.
Then you can start tweeting.
We'll give it a try.
All right. So, anyways, before we get there, we have Bengals, Bills, 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon. This is kind of a weird one because this was the game when DeMar Hamlin got hurt. At that time, the Bengals looked really good, but then they've gotten banged up. The Bills, as we've mentioned, don't look as strong. So this is an interesting one. Where do you see this one going?
I am taking the Bengals. I don't think the Bills defense will have an answer for the Cincinnati offense.
Yeah. Even P. Ryan's turned out to be awesome.
They're all out. Like they are stacked.
Yeah.
Outside of offensive line. That's going to be a hiccup.
Right.
But, let's see. Is it Joanne Williams? He's not playing. Dislocated knee.
He was week to week though. Would you play with a dislocated knee? Dislocate your finger, you just pop it back in. Yes, you just pop it back in. That's what dislocate means. It's just not located correctly. You just gotta locate it.
I'm feeling my kneecap right now. How am I dislocating this thing? Where's it coming out of?
Tim, I wouldn't suggest trying to do that. Well, I'm a little peeved, but it makes sense why you picked them because I was going to pick them, and for the same reason. Plus, if you're going to get reckless Josh Allen, pretty much forget about it. Like,
well, in Cincinnati has good safeties, so like Diggs isn't getting over the top.
He's getting by Eli Apple though.
That's gonna happen.
He got burned so bad on that sluggo. It's funny because that's what they call it in like NCAA football, but Collinsworth in the game even said, "This is like football 101. This is a sluggo. You're going to fake the slant and go." And Eli Apple bit hard. Why do people hate Eli Apple? I know it's like a thing.
Didn't he do something? Didn't he talk a bunch of shit to someone?
Yeah, I think maybe the receivers hate him because he talks shit. Maybe he talks a ton of shit and doesn't quite back it up.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I feel like Eli Apple gets hated on. He like on Twitter and stuff. I know
It
him
was not
and
very good either.
was it, was it Diggs went after him? Well, that will be interesting this week because I'm sure they'll match up at some point. Yeah, I don't
Um,
know. I think the Bengals are just better and we're trending that way and might have leapfrogged the Bills had nothing major happen in that Monday night game. So,
Now, the Bills are supposed to be riding this emotional high. Do you think they just crashed? Like it was just once they said he was going to be okay and like he was out of the hospital, like the team just kind of was like
no,
this season.
I think they were just not the buzzsaw they were early in the season.
That Von Miller injury has shown to be way more important than even people were saying at the time.
Yeah,
And people were saying it was huge then,
yeah,
but their defense has sucked since then.
yeah. And then Hoyer, is Poyer back? Was he back the other day?
I don't know. One of them's always hurt.
Yeah.
Hoyer or Hyde.
So I don't know. I agree with you. Just if your defense is dinged up and not a solid unit, and you have to go against Higgins, Boyd, Pirine, Mixon, and Chase, most of all, it's not looking good. Plus, Burrow right now is the guy seems like he gets to the playoffs and then he turns it on.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited though. 3 o'clock's a great time for a game.
Yeah. Yeah. Except that's probably gonna end second half and end right around uh dinner dinner and some meltdown time over here. So we'll see how that goes. And that's why you record them. So the final game of the weekend, Cowboys at 49ers, 6:30. I love it. Tim hates it. Maybe I love it because 6:30 is bedtime here. So like she'll go down right at 6:30 and then I'm free.
Yeah, that's not bedtime here, but irregardless. Uh, I have the Niners
Uh
handedly.
yeah, I think this is I think Dak played the best he could play and it was really, really good the other night or last night. But I don't think that happens against this Niners defense. Because I mean, you have every level has a really good player. You have Bosa, Fred Warner, and God damn it, I can't think of that. They have really good defensive back. I can't think of his name. Anyways, that's what I just think they are
I
stacked on
agree, and
all.
you're not going up against the Bucks defense. Like the Bucks defense was supposed to be a great defense, and then everybody got hurt. And then when they
Mhm.
came back, guess what? They weren't that great defense. So I
Yeah.
think a lot of people will be high on the Cowboys after last night because they're like, "Oh, the Bucks had a really good defense, and look what Dak did." It's not San Francisco.
Palona Hafanga was the all pro
Yeah,
safety. So that's the name I couldn't remember. But continue.
I wonder why you can remember that. Seems like it's a really easy name.
Yeah, it's not quite Brad Smith.
Um,
But
so I think that will be it. And on the flip side of the ball, I don't see anybody stopping this offense. It just looks so good. They're so fast.
yeah, George Kittle was second team all pro. You got um Brock Purdy just being a dominant rookie, as you stated in your clear text. I agree. I love them and the other Tim, I know we've talked about this subject before. There was this specific play where Trent Brown just
Holes.
he just I don't even think he pulled. He might have been a screen because he had some space around him, and I was like, what do you do? You can be the craziest son of a bitch in the world. Linebacker, you could have good size, good speed, but if Trent Brown has the angle on you, if Trent Brown is gonna get his mitts on you,
Trent Williams.
goddamn, yeah. Trent Brown used to be like that. Trent Williams.
Yeah.
If he has
Trent Brown's intimidating too if he's running at you.
yes, yeah, he doesn't even have regular sized doors. Um, Trent Williams runs at you. How do you not just go right to the ground and hope he keeps going and doesn't do the tackle offensive lineman move where they smother you?
Ugh, ugh. That would hurt. That's a
Oh
whole
my
lot of me.
God. He's just
I don't know. When they do that sweep to the right and he pulls, I, that defensive end, outside linebacker, God save you if you're a nickel corner out
oh my
there.
God.
But
Uh
it's a thing of beauty.
yeah, they're really good and they're I heard someone point out, and it's interesting, every quarterback that the Trey Lance, Jimmy G, and now Purdy, the offense has gotten better. It was looked rough with Trey Lance, looked like what you get with Jimmy G, and then Purdy came in. And it's like, wow, now they're clicking. So again, if they stay healthy, look out Arizona. They might be back in the what it would be the sixth Super Bowl club. They'd join the Patriots and Steelers if that were the case.
I got a
Um,
pretty hefty bet on San Francisco, Cincinnati
okay. Okay,
Super
that's
Bowl.
I wouldn't hate that. Oh,
Let me
hit my
see.
computer. So, all right. You mentioned after we got off air last week that you wanted to do something different to end the
Plus 1,600.
wow. How much you put on it? You don't have to say.
$14.
Oh, wow, really breaking the bank. All right,
I
come
don't
on,
put a lot of
UNH tuition.
I don't put a
Um,
lot of money on this.
so do you want to explain to our listeners how you want to end this episode?
Yeah, so we're just gonna rate our top five favorite chicken nuggets from local fast food restaurants.
Does it have to be
And then
fast food?
well, I'm gonna ask you, are you gonna allow Papagenos in this?
I mean, yeah, that's like a chain.
So from chain restaurants.
Okay, it has to be chain.
And then we have a bonus side quest of top three sauces.
Okay, well, I can tell you right now, I'm pretty much strictly a ketchup with my uh
Do you have a list or would you like me to go first?
I have a general sense, but go ahead, you can go first.
So I'll go 1 to 5.
No, you
5 to 1.
fucking insane person. If you're doing a
Five to,
list, you build anticipation.
all right. So we'll go number 5 is Wendy's.
Okay.
Number 4 is Chick-fil-A.
Uh-huh.
Number 3, Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Papagenos. And number 1 is McDonald's.
Wow. I expected some sort of crazy thing out of you, and I can't believe you put something above Papagenos. And does
Uh,
Papagenos exist anymore?
yeah, I had it the other day. They got my order wrong.
Oh, that's Papagenos. Okay, if I were gonna go with chicken nuggets, and this was for a while the only thing I ate, and still to this day is the only thing I will eat if I go to a fast food restaurant. So my number 5 is gonna be Popeyes. My number 4 is gonna be Wendy's.
Got a good chicken nugget. It's just traditional.
My number 3 is going to be, I mean, the two big, I I'll say number 3 would be Burger King. Number 2 would be McDonald's. Because I haven't done it in a while, and I actually don't think I could because I might throw up. There was a time where I would get a 20 piece and clear out. I would have myself a day. One of the highlights of my life. My life, Tim.
A
Finished
big
up
list.
real slinging some water on the sideline of a varsity football game. Myself, Jack, Matt, Travis Tasker, Jack's Honda Accord. Go to West Boylston McDonald's.
They
We
hated it
polished
after the football game. They hated it.
we polished off 70 chicken nuggets. Matt and Travis had 15, me and Jack each had 20. It was something. And then my number one chicken nugget. Arby's. We have the
What?
meats.
We
Arby's
have the meats.
Arby's chicken nuggets with curly fries. Forget about it. Nothing tops it.
I feel like we kind of cheated because that's a chicken tender. You named 2 chicken tenders.
Tim. It's all the fucking same. But I was gonna ask you what I asked you at the beginning about the chains, if it had to be a chain. Because right here in my neck of the woods, the Puritan in Manchester, and then right here in Goffstown, the Village Trestle, phenomenal.
I've had
Village
both those chicken tenders.
Village Trestle, oven fried.
Yeah,
Oh,
watch out for that.
I got them obviously, and I mean, I say I go with my sauce as ketchup, but like I get buffalo tenders. 65% of the time I go out to eat as either app or something.
You
I
had them when we went out to eat 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Tim, I did. And I once got a plate of buffalo tenders from the Village Trestle, and I finished it. I didn't feel good. And when the waitress came back to clear our plates, she said, "Wow, you ate all those?" Because this is like, these are the big chickens.
Yeah, those are the steroid induced chickens.
These are the big chickens.
I've seen their order, and it is big. It's long.
Yeah. All right, Tim. Well, I just, you know me, I like to shout out a couple local places here in New Hampshire.
Yeah. All right. Next week, we'll see. I'm gonna keep you on your toes. I'm gonna throw out a different food group every week.
And you're just not going to prepare me? Don't prepare me. I don't want to be prepared.
Okay.
All right. Well, Tim, I will talk to you later.